This is Cleanne Jenkins, your Simply Fun Playologist, and I'm here today to talk to you about the April specials. April's theme is playability, space, time, and motion, and these are our space-themed games. So first we have Space It. This is for ages 8 and above, 2 to 5 players, and it practices sequencing. So in this one, what players are doing is they're taking their tiles and seeing if they can make a sequence of numbers. So here we're going to go 2. This is a wild, so that could be our 3, 4, and then 5. And then the next player over here, they could add 1, 2, and 3 onto the sequence. Or they could try and do like 2, 4, 6. You know, it just depends on what they have. And so you go through until the first person is able to get rid of all their tiles, and that's who wins. Next we have the Our World puzzle set. This is for ages 3 and above and has 3 puzzles. First we have the US map that has states, flags, and their capitals underneath. Then we have the continent map that has the continents and the oceans and the points of interest underneath, like the Amazon River is in South America. And then last we have the solar system. So it has the sun and the 8 planets, and then underneath it lets you know how far they are from the sun. So Jupiter being the 5th planet from the sun. Stargazer is for ages 10 and above, 2 to 4 players, and practices strategy, spatial reasoning, and patterning. In this one, players are using their star cards to create stellar patterns on the galaxy board that matches their gazer cards. So you're trying to make patterns with your stars that match the gazer card that you have. There are 3 different point levels of cards. They've got the 1-point ones that we start out with, 2-point and 3-point that are a little bit more complex. And then use your star cards that we have here. This one is to add or remove, one of your star cards from the board. This one is to remove one of your opponent's star cards. This one's to add one of yours. And this one is to swap any 2 stars on the board. So this one is lots of fun, but requires just a little bit more strategy. For our time theme, we have Sunshine Rescue. This is for ages 7 and above, 2 to 4 players, and practices decision-making and achieving goals. For this one, players are going to roll the dice and then skip through the field or take the rainbow shortcut to try and rescue pieces of sunshine. But watch out for the storm cloud, for if he spins and points at a player, then they have to hide under their umbrella until the sun comes back out. The first player to rescue 3 pieces of sunshine wins the game. Save the Pie is for ages 6 and above, 2 to 6 players, and it practices teamwork, collaboration, and fine motor skills. Players are going to work as a team to roll the die and move the buddies along the game board, trying to make it to the pie maker before Barry the bear catches up to them. So you're going to roll the die and either drop, flick, push, slide, toss, or blow one of these berries onto the action board, and see what action you need to do to move one of the characters, to bring bubbles and puddles together, to take a shortcut, flip Barry's hourglass, or to flip one of the characters over and have them hide. Then you also have these action cards that you'll have to do and try and complete. And then when all the characters make it to the pie maker before Barry catches up to them, that is how the game is won. For our motion category, we have Crystal Cup Rally. This is for ages 7 and above, 2 to 5 players, and practices decision-making and adaptability. In this game, players are going to roll the dice, deciding the speed that's going to tell them how many spaces they get to go, and the action die that is going to tell them if they get to change lanes, if they can avoid obstacles or move them in their opponent's paths, or if they have no action. Then the player is going to go around collecting crystals, which they will then add to their board and decide if they want what vehicle power-up they want to do. Do they want to do mega tires and go on the shortcut tunnels? Do they want to do turbo boost and add 3 spaces to their roll? Or do they want to do the cosmic lift that lets them go on the sky lift over here? So then they're going to add their crystal in there, and then they're going to go around the board, and whoever goes around the board twice and gets to the finish line will win the Crystal Cup trophy and win the game. Ocean Limbo is for ages 5 and above, 2 to 4 players, and practices physics, spatial reasoning, and planning. Choose an undersea animal for all players to slide down their ocean board, and then slide all of your undersea shapes as close to the bottom of the ocean floor as possible. The player with the lowest total score after 3 rounds is the winner. So here you would choose which animal you wanted to do, slide down, and this other person would slide theirs down. And so obviously, as you can see here, this player is doing better than this player, so you're just going to keep going until you've gone through 3 rounds and see who has the lowest amount on their board. Something else I liked about it is they had this sea life fun facts that was in the instruction manual, so that's fun that they can learn about the animals as they're playing.